Jesus Christ by Ziggy. In the history of mankind, there has never been anyone quite like Jesus Christ. This man single-handedly sparked the revolution that is Christianity that now has over 2 billion members worldwide. Before Jesus was conceived, an angel named Gabriel visited his mother Mary and told her that she was to carry God's child. Jesus was born in a stable in Bethlehem after his parents couldn't find another room anywhere in the city. It is said that above where Jesus was born, a bright star that symbolized the birth of a new king could be seen. That star would be known as the Star of Bethlehem, and as astronomers look back, they can see that at the same time Jesus was born, there was an astrological phenomenon unlike anything they had imagined. Back then, such an event would foretell the birth of a super king. Little is known about Jesus' life as a teenager or young adult. However, it is known that he lived in Nazareth with his parents Joseph and Mary. In Jesus' later years, he became a prophet. When he was only about 29 years old, he began to speak out against the current government, a crime that could get you killed. Jesus would travel from town to town, speaking to crowds and telling them of God's teachings, telling them how they should treat each other with kindness and respect, and how they should care for one another. However, Jesus never traveled alone. With him, Jesus always had his disciples, or sidekicks. Together they would travel teaching God's word. However, it wasn't easy to get people to believe you. However, many minds were changed when word spread that Jesus was able to perform miracles. Jesus' first miracle was when he turned water into wine at a wedding. Another well-known miracle performed by Jesus is when he healed a paraplegic man. As Jesus became more and more well-known, the Roman government soon started to fear that he would spark a revolution. So, one day, the Roman government retrieved Jesus and sentenced him to death by crucifixion. One day, sometime early on in the 1st century, Jesus was nailed by hand and feet to a cross, and there he hung for hours of suffering before he eventually died. After his death, he was taken down off the cross by his mother and father and buried in a large tomb. However, 3 days later, Jesus performed his greatest miracle. He rose from the dead. 40 days after rising from the dead, Jesus finally ascended into heaven to be with his Father. Even though Jesus is dead, many people still celebrate him in the forms of Christmas, Easter, and church on Sundays. Jesus Christ died trying to make the world a better place, something that not many men have ever done. Jesus was and forever will be a hero.